Today's review doesn't get any cooler than this. We're going to be talking about how you can prevent your iPad from ever overheating again while you fly your drone. This is the Xnaut active cooling mount. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, welcome back to Phones, Drones, and Tech. I'm Original Dobo, and if you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button, turning on notifications so you don't miss any videos just like this. A couple of months ago, I did a video where my iPad completely turned off mid-flight. I was flying my Phantom 4 Pro, it was about midday and it completely shut off. Well, a company by the name of Xnaut reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in taking a look at their active cooling case. And I said, hell yeah, absolutely. It's funny enough, I was actually looking at this case after this incident because I was trying to figure out a way to keep my iPad from overheating and so I can obviously use it when I fly. A lot of people like myself prefer an iPad because they like more real estate when they're actually focusing on whatever object they are flying around. And the iPad's like one of the perfect ways to go about that. Not only that, they're actually pretty affordable nowadays. So that's where this little guy right here comes in handy. Now it's got 4 fans built in and it's also powered with batteries. It takes 4 AA batteries, but if you don't want to use batteries, you can also use a micro USB adapter to power it that way. Now this cooling mount doesn't just support drone use. You can be a boater, you can be in a car, whatever it may be. You can be an Uber driver and you need to keep this cool if it's in your windshield. This supports multiple uses. The case I have here is mounted with what would be the Phantom 4 Pro mount, but I have it modified to work with a Mavic 2. I'm using the Skyreet mount. I'll include a link in the description if you're interested in this, with some Velcro tabs which keep it secure and basically make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And it works pretty well. It's not the prettiest thing to look at, but it does work. The idea is basically you're just going to slide your iPad in and it's going to clip with this end here. Now this is not a case, this is only a mount. So when you're done using this, you take your iPad back out. That's the whole idea behind it. Now, if you are using a tempered glass screen protector, it may peel the protector. I did notice it was peeling mine a little bit, but it's not really a big deal. Popping it back down with my finger and it was fine. And it may just be my tempered glass specifically. Now, the whole reason why it's taken me so long to be able to do this review is because I wanted to know if this actually worked and lowered the thermals on your device. So I went ahead and got myself a FLIR 1 camera. And if you guys comment down below, let me know if you want to see a review on this FLIR 1 iOS camera. I'll go ahead and spin up a review on that because I haven't really seen many reviews on this camera on YouTube. But anyways, the FLIR 1 camera basically will tell me the thermals from the inside of the iPad, and it's probably the most accurate way to really do this test. Now, it'd be really just easy to go out and go flying in the direct sunlight to see if it's going to work. But what I did was did a little bit more of a control test with this, basically firing up Fortnite on the iPad, which Fortnite's pretty intensive and gets this iPad spinning up really hot really quickly. Now, the iPad at the start of this was about 32 to 35 degrees Celsius. Now, as you watch as I start gaming, and I played for about 5 to 10 minutes, and the iPad quickly got up to about 42 degrees Celsius. Now that was with the fans off in the active cooling mount. As soon as I turn the fans on, you can notice the temperatures start dropping pretty quickly. They went all the way from about 40 degrees down to right at about 36.9 degrees before I got killed and had to end the game. But the whole point of this is this really does work. And the way it does work is you lay your iPad in here and it's forcing air from the outside across the back of the case. And if you position it to where your battery is what's hitting the fans first, you're going to even make bigger gains in cooling. And that's the biggest thing, is make sure it's cooling the batteries. Because as you can notice from these FLIR images, the hottest spot on my iPad was coming from where the battery pack is actually layered behind the display. But all in all, this case really does work, and it doesn't add too much bulk. It doesn't weigh a tremendous amount. I'll actually include the actual physical weight here if you're interested in understanding, like with this whole setup that I have here, how heavy this is if you want to use this for a Mavic 2 Pro or Mavic 2 Zoom, or even just a Mavic or any of the Mavics for that matter. But all in all, it does work. I'm really impressed with it. I was a little bit skeptical on it, but after looking at the overall quality of it, it's definitely worth the $199. Now, if you're trying to justify a crystal sky, the crystal sky is definitely brighter, but it's also $599, and really the crystal sky is only good at flying your drone, as to where an iPad has multiple uses. You can basically do your schoolwork, whatever it may be, and then go ahead and fly. The only thing I would definitely recommend is getting yourself a sunshade if you are flying with the iPad, because the nits of brightness that iPad puts out is nowhere near that of the crystal sky. So a sunshade is definitely going to be essential so you can actually see your flights if you are using this midday. But this definitely did work. I was really surprised. It's pretty impressive. I think they're running for like $199. But anyways, I'll include a link in the description down below if you want to check out this cooling mount for yourself. Thank you, Xnaut, for sending this out. I was probably going to buy one of these anyhow, but since you sent one, thank you. If you want to know more about that, I'll include a link to their website below so you can go ahead and visit them. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay original.